Charlie said calmly. There are treacherous villains everywhere, Miss Song doesn't have to say that. At this time, Tai Lai from Haicheng took Guo Ming and Qin Gang from the Orus Hill Qin family, all came out. Seeing Charlie, Tai Lai immediately stepped forward to Charlie and said, Mr. Wade, thanks to you today, otherwise, Li will be fooled by this thief. Guo Ming next to him also said with some shame, Mr. Wade is really a hero, and the old master just didn't see through the articles they wrote on Jade, ashamed. Qin Gang also arched his hand and said, Mr. Charlie, thanks to you today, otherwise the three of us who robbed the head and robbed it was a fake. Let alone the heavy losses, I am afraid that people will laugh out loud. Charlie smiled slightly and said faintly, You are welcome, I was originally invited by Miss Song to come here to verify the authenticity of things, so this is also my business. After everyone was done speaking, Charlie got into the car with Warnya. At this time, there was silence in the courtyard behind him. But Charlie could see that as soon as everyone left with their front feet, several people in black suits walked in quickly. It seems that Chi Lao and the fat man are in a disaster. In the car, Warnya's expression has always been cold. For her, she was very annoyed by **bag in the family, and what was even more annoying was that this Uncle Chi wanted to set a situation for him in front of so many outsiders. If you were fooled in today's affairs, given the money, and Uncle Chi also escaped, if you find yourself cheated in the future, you will lose your face and the entire Song family. Fortunately, Charlie was present, lighting up the mystery in time and avoiding the loss of himself and his family. So, she took out a bank card from the glove box in the car, handed it to Charlie, and said, Mr. Charlie, there are 1 million in this card, and the code is 68, which is a little bit of mine. Please accept it with your heart. As she spoke, she couldn't help sighing. Charlie still seemed to be a little real to learn. She didn't know why she chose to join a small family. If he comes out to engage in the antique appraisal by himself, he can save a lot of family business after a few years. Charlie looked at the card in her hand and hesitated slightly. 1 million is not a small amount, but it just drizzles to the Song family. Charlie didn't look down on this 1 million. After all, he still had more than 9.9 billion in his card, and this 1 million was just a drop in the bucket. What's the point of accepting it? But when he thinks about it carefully, he's not a trillionaire. The son-in-law of the Wilson family. For a son-in-law, if he is not interested in seeing 1 million, it will definitely make Warnya puzzled, so he directly took the card and said, Thank you, Miss Song. Warnya smiled slightly. Mr. Charlie is polite. After speaking, Warnya asked again, Where is Mr. Charlie going next? Charlie smiled and said, Send me to the vegetable market. I have to buy vegetables and go home to cook. Warnya was stunned, and couldn't help saying, I also heard about Mr. Charlie. To be honest, Mr. Charlie has such a skill. There is no need to let a son-in-law be attached to her. It is better to come to my Jiqingtang. As the chief appraiser, I will give you a basic salary of 1 million every year, what do you think? Charlie waved his hand and said with a smile, I am a person, my teeth are not good, and I am used to eating leftovers. Warnya was startled slightly and then sighed. It seems that the rumors in the market are really good. This Charlie is just a son-in-law who eats soft rice. I used to think that he was just a rubbish, and it was a helpless act for rubbish to eat soft rice, which was understandable. But now it seems that he is not a waste, but a waste of self-willing depravity. This really made her unacceptable. Immediately, her attitude towards Charlie also changed somewhat. Charlie knew that she would look down on him a little bit, but this was the best way for him so that everyone could guess him wrong, and he would have the last laugh. Passing by the vegetable market, Charlie got off and said goodbye to Warnya, and then bought some vegetables and went home. But as soon as he walked in, Charlie heard the old master laughing wildly while shouting, Ha ha ha, come and see the baby I found. Claire also got off work and was sitting on the sofa reading documents. At this moment, she couldn't help standing up and said to Jacob, who was laughing, Dad, you almost scared me to death. Look at this. Jacob didn't notice Claire's expression at all. He happily held a pair of palm-sized Celadon cups and held them in a show-off manner. This is the blue and white chicken bowl one found from the antique market. I heard that it was picked up from the coffin of Emperor Gandhi, and it was worth more than 500,000. More than $500,000? Claire stood up suddenly and blurted out, "Dad, where did you get so much money?"